Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? We ain't got nothing over here but a little modern warfare. I'm just gonna be kind of hanging out, seeing what's going on while we're doing our thing. Figured I'd show you all around the studio a little bit. So we got both the monitors set up, and we got my girl's small setup here. I'm gonna get her something real big here in a little bit. For now, it's just kind of to do her work on. Um, I am, geez, gonna play a little bit of Modern Warfare before I go into Tabor, just because I'm feeling like it. I'm feeling like I want to do a little something before I get too fully immersed in the world of Tabor. Yeah, if you've never been here, my name is DJ Lotus X. I am uh, a DJ slash entertainer from Virginia. Just kind of doing this thing, trying to get this money. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make some stuff happen. And since you guys are usually kind of interested in what's going on, I figured I'd pop in and let you know a little bit more about how we're working. So, so we do have gamer life going on. We're gonna. I've talked to Warren. He's gonna be getting. Uh, he's playing Ocarina of Time right now, which I've actually been doing myself on the 3DS. Um, and we're gonna get get that taken care of soon. We're gonna be talking about that, kind of how he feels about it, how he's worked with it since he has never played Ocarina of Time, and um, so he's going through it, kind of getting his feelings, getting his bearings about how everything goes. And I tried to get him to do it as best he could without any walkthroughs, guides, booklets, anything like that, without the help of much help of the internet. Kind of doing it the way that we would have done it back in the day if you were growing up around 90s, early 2000s, where this game was brand new, fresh, and you didn't have all these other tools um, to help you on your quest. So if you didn't have all these different things, then you weren't able to find out some of the secrets that you were able to find out, which also made it a little bit more incredible when you did figure them out. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm going to play the. I'm going to play Modern Warfare over the speakers for now, just so you guys can hear it. But I'll go ahead and keep talking. But matter of fact, I think I'm going to switch it over to the other camera just so that I can see the chat. And yeah, if you're there, give me a like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff, so that you're always in the know. And yeah, if nothing else, just give us a hi, say, let us know you're there, and that you're enjoying the show. Yeah, I'm gonna play that over the speakers for now, just because I haven't been able to myself hear it. Because there's usually something going on. There's not necessarily people here, but there's just uh, different times of the day. It's not always applicable to be sitting there chopping down people with the. I've got a subwoofer, I've got surround sound and all that kind of stuff, so it's it gets pretty loud in here. Like I'll give you an example here just for a second. so the speaker's got a little bit of signal there. What? Oh shit, hell no. Now you got, I've got right now the volume doing its thing, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Let me get up here right quick. I finally got a Roku remote, so that helped out a lot. Hold on. It looks like, if it looks like the camera's kind of like tilted to you guys, it's because I'm on a thing that is kind of tilted. Yeah, that'll work. I know most streamers would have their setup done and everything be perfect and this and any other, but um, I'm just not that guy. To, I mean, if I'm doing an official stream, like right now, I'm just kind of playing the game before I do my official stream. That's where everything looks good and all the other kind of stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of talking to you guys, just so that we can have some fun time together. I'm trying to find something while I'm out and about, and I forget what the hell it was, man. Oh, I went to get the Roku remote. Yeah, I went to get the Roku remote so that I could turn the TV down itself. Um, and then later on, I'll turn the TV up, and I'll turn the music. Well, like turn the TV up itself, and I'll turn the music onto the surround sound, so that we'll have a little more environment. Right now, I'm just gonna, you see everything. I try to have everything as kind of set up as I can to where it's really usable for me. Right now, if I wanted to watch a YouTube video or something like that, or if I, the reason I didn't go live on that phone is because I needed to charge it for a little bit. So that's one of those things. Um, I like to keep everything kind of organized. Right now, it's a little bit of in a disarray, but that's because I got the speaker system hooked up. Got these two got together. I'll eventually. There's somebody selling for like $200. They're selling an Xbox One S and a TV and some games and stuff like that. And I think I want to get that to add it to the collection here. So right here in this box, you might be able to see it. Yeah, you see that thing that says Zelda right here. This is a Nintendo Switch. So I got a Switch, a PS4, and an Xbox 360, which is what I'm playing on right now. Um, and I've got a computer over here. It's all set up to both of these screens. So are all the systems. The systems are all set up to this screen. The computer's set up to both screens. So it's definitely an intricate system that took a long time to create. Um, She's got her own computer. I'm honestly gonna probably be getting her a mini PC pretty soon, um, just to see how well they do, because I do want to check out into a mini PC. I've seen some of them as low as $100. There's one that's like $75. You know what I mean? So when you're talking about where you used to be able to, you would never get a PC, a computer in any way, for less than three, four, $500, and at that point, it probably wouldn't have been really great. It would have been one of the crappiest computers you would have had on the market at the time. But nowadays, $150 can get you a computer. It's just no doubt about it. And it's not even a bad computer. It's a good computer. It's about this big. You hook your keyboard and your monitor and a mouse in there, and it's a really great computer for anybody nowadays. You know. And now, of course, if you go three, four, $500, then you're getting into a decent, really good gaming computer. And when you're talking about eGPUs and stuff like that, then you're getting even farther in. You know, because then you can add a GPU um, to your setup, to your game, to your small form factor PC, and you have nothing to worry about. You know. Oh, let me get out of the screen here. But yeah, so you've got your tiny computer, you've got your monitor, you got everything set up or whatever. Shit. You got everything set up, and the whole thing costed you like 150, 200 bucks, depending on what kind of monitor you used and where you bought it and all those different types of things. So, dude, what? I have no kind of bullet. Oh, we got one guy left here running around outside the guy that's dying over there. Oh, he's trying hard. What? They both died. Okay, well, that dude dragged himself from here, I guess. I didn't even realize that. Now look at this right here. So there's a blood pile coming from this guy. And you can see that he drug himself all the way from over here. You know, as you can tell, the blood's disappearing and stuff like that. But that's just not the kind, you just don't get some of those kinds of realism in different games that we play nowadays, where they could give it to you, but they try to give you the longest game that you possibly have, and instead of focusing on the quality of the content. You know what I'm saying? What? Oh hell no! What? You see, that's crazy. I think I hit it just a little too early though. But yeah, sometimes it's just not the quality of the games that other people are giving nowadays, and it's only because people are trying to get games out as fast as possible rather than with the good quality. You know what I mean? Oh, nice promotion. The quality isn't there because they're trying to pump out games as fast as possible, and they're trying to put as much into the game as possible, which is great, but you can't have it all. You gotta either pick one or the other. What? Wow, okay. Yeah, you gotta pick one or the other. You gotta pick quality or quantity, and if you want um, a balance of both, then you have to take it. You have to, take the time that you need, or whatever it happens to be. Hey, what's up, Jack? we get, we're doing good. I'm about to stream some Ghosts of Tabor, so I was feeling like I wanted to hit a couple survival waves on the old Modern Warfare 3 while I had since I got everything set up. You know, we got the two screens. We got the. I didn't have sound because of the way I had the monitor set up. I had it hooked up to a monitor that didn't have a sound output of any sort. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to hear anything. So just the other day, I went ahead and got all the HDMI switched over and everything like that. And now I've got a decent monitor that well, the both monitors are good. One of them's a TV, but I've got it. Nice. But yeah, I forget what the hell I was saying. Oh yeah, some of the games just don't have the quality because they're too focused on microtransactions and this and that and the other. And like I like Modern Warfare 3 because the campaign was decently long. You know, it wasn't incredibly long, but it was uh, in a realm where they weren't trying to get you out of the campaign and into the online multi uh, the microtransaction world, you know. And unfortunately, so when they give up on that single player content, it just isn't. It's just not there, you know. Then you're like, that's why I'm kind of disappointed that people are saying that that Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't going to be a decently long single player, because what does that mean? That's 20 more years of us going playing GTA Online, which is fine. But at the end of the day, oh, I don't have a shotgun anymore. But at the end of the day, it's just more filler. Like, yeah, we want to play together and stuff like that, but sometimes we don't want to play together. You know, sometimes we don't want to play online. Sometimes we want to do our own thing, um, and not have to worry about it. You know, not have to worry about anybody watching, anybody sitting there following you around, griefing you, blowing your car up, or none of that stuff. And I like that. But unfortunately, that's where we went. You know, the GTA 5, the campaign for me was almost as long as I would like it to be. Almost. You know, it wasn't incredibly long, but it was decently long enough to say I enjoyed it, had a good time, and the online mode was to uh, a compliment to the single player game, rather than being the main focus. Which I feel like that now that they know that the money's there, that that's what they're going to do. They're going to focus on GTA Online 6, and that's where we're going to be. We're going to have GTA Online. Um, what? We're going to have GTA Online, and that's going to be, you know, you're going to have, GTA 6's single player campaign, or the story mode is 60 hours. that is at 60 hours. If you were able to play for 2 days a week, if you were able to play for 2 days a week for 4 hours a day, it's 8 hours into 60. You almost got 8 days. Almost got 8 days worth of play. That to me is pretty disgusting. Almost got 8 days. And that's not 8 full days of play. That's eight 4 hour sections. You know what I'm saying? Which is definitely not worth it. 8 4 hour sections. If I'm through the single player campaign of that game in 60 hours, I would be disappointed because a game that we waited so long for coming out and it's got 2.5 days, full days worth of content. That really would be like, what are we doing, dude? Stop, stop. Oh yeah. So my main thing, one of the main things I wanted to talk about was kind of how it's all working out nowadays. So it's like we've got the PS5 Pro, and honestly, that's one of the things I wanted to put out too. I think the PS5 Pro will probably be one of my very last consoles. Sad to say, but I'm not going to, like, think about this. The ecosystem of digital only games is different because, are you kidding me? The ecosystem of digital only games is different on PC because they're kind of used to that, you know. But the people also don't really take away their rights to own the game, have the game, any of that kind of stuff. So we've got people who want us to own the game, and we've got people who want us to pretty much. What? I don't understand what the hell just happened. Why this gun don't shoot straight ahead? But like I said, I'm getting trying to get an ACOG on it, but I need to get just a little higher in my level. I'm level 24 right now. I need to get to level 30. But yeah, as far as the PS6, I'm not gonna be sold on it unless it is leaps and bounds, and I can get 4K, 60 frames a second, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wanting. Oh, this game might be able to. Oh, this game. No, no, no. We've come far enough. If I can have a computer. Oh shit. If I can get a computer the size of, oh, I got 10 round clips. The size of a, dude, there's one online that's the size of a mouse now. It's literally like this big. It's got a little fold out screen. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it's tiny as crap. It's a full computer. The mouse works. It's got a little slide out keyboard on the side. So like, here's the mouse. It has a keyboard that slides out. What the hell going on over there? And a screen that flips up. That is a computer that normal people could do normal stuff on. The screen is stupid small, but it's not even about that. It's the fact, it's the form factor. It's the fact that we can do it now. And on the small form factor computers, I've seen on the mini PCs, I've seen people running Cyberpunk, people running Forza, people running Resident Evil 7. Like, it's not hard. They act like that this game, these games are incredibly intensive to run and stuff like that. But the fact remains is that people just don't optimize them a lot of the time to run on what they could run on. Thank you. At the end of the day, I've got an MSR and a Dragonov that are stupid loud. They are crazy powerful. You can see the one hit wonder with my MSR. I'm like, the only thing he doesn't take out with one hit is a Juggernaut and a Chopper. Sometimes as I get farther along, um, the Delta guys are gonna be a little more difficult. They might take 2 bullets, but either way, it's not gonna be nothing crazy. You know, but there's still gonna be a little more. Like, look at this game. This game does not look incredible, you know, but it does look good for what it is. Um, you know, even on this map here, I can tell, I can read all this stuff. It's not blurry. It's not, you know, it's PS3, Xbox 360 era, Xbox 360 era graphics. But sometimes when you compare it to the things that are out nowadays, you really didn't see a crazy upgrade just the way that you saw from this to PS4. You put this in the PS4 version, and it's going to be leaps and bounds more graphically. It's going to look better. Um, it's going to run better. It's going to run at 60 frames plus, and you know. But look at this. Already you got reflections in the scope. See that little guy right there? Already you got reflections in the scope. Already you got edges on things. You know, there's aliasing in it. You can even see that on there. That shimmering that comes there from trying to render the flat edges when things only render really in like a, you know. So back in the day, it's what we call aliasing too. Back in the day when you needed to make a straight edge, you made an edge that went like this. You know, because the pixels were squares. So you had a square here, and you went diagonal, diagonal down, up, down, and that's how you made a straight line. And the more squares we were able to put in between other squares, so we got megapixels, you know. And now you, instead of having one big square, you've got 9 little squares in that square. And so you can make a much straighter line that actually goes across because there's squares across from each other now. So, in order to facilitate trying to render that exact square, which is a little harder than rendering. Uh, so those are where you're at with the polygons. In order to have the exact straight line, say you have to have 50 pixels. But in order to make the same straight line with aliasing, like jagged edges like that, because when you're zoomed in, you'll see the jagged edges. But as you zoom out, you'll see less and less of that jaggedness and you'll see a straight line. You know? So what the aliasing, what the anti-aliasing, that's called aliasing. What the anti-aliasing aims to do is to make it so that that jiggly line looks like a straight line when it's rendered. There's no uh, so the way it was told to me last night with the PS1 era, the reason that things kind of clink, 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 they kind of had a jitterness to them one day. You know what I mean? Rather than going like this, they went in little sections. You know what I mean? Like, and it's because the squares were so big that when it went from each square to one or the other to show the person kind of breathing or walking or different things, it it's like taking that aliasing line and even when you're zoomed out, being able to see that it goes point, 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 rather than a bunch of little lines jaggling across each other to make a straight line that you can see once it's in its proper aspect ratio. Um, so now that we have those things where these shimmery bits and stuff there, the anti-aliasing is working really good now. And of course, so these little jaggy edges in between the tiles are now nice and flat and straight like these are up here. You know, that was a lot of the problem with the graphics. Hey, what's up, Jack? How we doing over here? We're just talking shop about these games and seeing what kind of talking about the fact that I'm not interested as much in buying a PS6 for some of the things I was talking about, like the graphics and um, just the overall performance, unless it performs incredibly different than a PS5 or a PS5 Pro, then I'm probably not going to get one. Yeah, everything's good with me. I'm about to stream Ghost of Tabor, so I'm about to. But I figured I wanted to play a little couple waves on Modern Warfare 3 before I went in, because VR is kind of intensive when you start going. Um, but yeah, it's like to me, the games. It's not that they're not looking better or not running better. It's the fact that even though they are, they're increasing the size and scope of the games so that it's a never-ending battle. It's like if I have a PS3 or an Xbox 360 that can run a game, and then I take that game to the PS4 and make it 10 times more graphically um, improved. If I make it 10 times more ray traced and give it 10 times more shadows and stuff like that, I've got a PS3 game running on a PS4 that's running worse than it was on the PS3 because the PS4 didn't get enough of an upgrade for the things that we're trying to do with it. People get a new console developer kit and they're like, holy crap, I'm going to throw everything I can at this game um, to really push the limits of the hardware, when instead you need to be working within the limits of the hardware. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. That modern warfare, bro. I'm telling you, that's the real OG. Like people don't understand. It's like, so okay, when we take this Modern Warfare 3, they're gonna try to put it on PS6. Honestly, I wanted to put it on PS5 and Xbox 360. This is one game that they need to remake and remaster or whatever, and they just ain't done it for whatever reason. I have no idea. They thought they called themselves doing it a couple years back. There it is right there, Call of Duty Modern Warfare for the PS5, Modern Warfare 2, and I was disappointed. I I really thought it was going to be this in the PS5 version, and I was like, man, I'm done. I'm done with y'all people. Y'all need to go ahead and give this game a second chance because not only does everybody love this game, but this game had so much to offer one person, and it said so much to offer two people in the same split place. You know, you could play split screen on this. You got special ops missions that you can do with the person that's here, or you can do those online as well. Um, you've got this other new thing I didn't even know about. It's downloadable, so I haven't got it yet because I've only been on the 360. I've had one back in the day when they were around, but I've been always been a PlayStation guy, so I went back to the PS3, and then PS4, and so on. You know, and so I'm like, where I'm not gonna get a PS6 if they don't remaster this game. What I am saying is I'm not gonna get a PS6 because I don't feel that the jump is gonna be big enough. Right? I'm telling you, man. This is the best part. Like this game in itself. Like I said, it had a lot for the players. It had a lot for the players rather than a lot for the company. Nowadays, the companies are making money. The companies are making games so that they can make money from the games, rather than the companies making games that players will enjoy, and the money coming from the enjoyment of the game. Like I don't understand where people said to themselves one day, "We're gonna make a game, just whatever." Sorry, something happened on my phone. We're gonna make a game. It doesn't matter what it is, and it's got the Call of Duty name, so it's gonna fly off the shelves. But one thing that people have to remember about sales is that that concurs with population. If there are more people on the earth to buy a product, it's going to sell better than the one where they had less people to buy the product. You know what I mean? Like, think about this. If the cotton gin had been invented, back in the day, and there were 10 million people on the whole earth, and a million people bought it. Okay, Gin 2.0, 100 years later, 200 years later, whenever, if you introduce it to right now to a better version of the cotton gin, that thing would sell like hotcakes. Why? Because there's more people to buy that now. So okay, here you got Xbox 360, PS3, and this and that and the other, and they say, well, the PS3 sold however many copies, say 200 million PS3s, but the PS4 sold 500 million copies 10 years later. And I'm like, well, yeah, our population increased, doubled by then. The population doubled by then. There were many more kids to buy those games. There were that many more parents to buy those kids those games. There were that many more parents that wanted to buy them those games themselves. So your argument for better sales in this world, the inflation of the population is concurrent to those sales. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, my man. Appreciate you. But yeah, I'm like, to me, it's like they're making games for money, and I just don't see where they think that putting out like Black Ops 6, that it just did not very interesting to me. Um, it looks exactly like what it is now. Copy and paste Call of Duty, Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 is pretty much where they started. Um, Multiplayer all day, every day. Freaking hour and a half campaign. So the hour and a half campaign gets you to buy the game. And then you stay at the game for the multiplayer because the hour and a half campaign is gone in an hour and a half. So what else do you got now? You got multiplayer. There's no missions. There's no special ops. You got multiplayer, and that is it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna play multiplayer. You don't have a choice. You're either gonna play multiplayer or you don't play the game. You know, now they've added Warzone, which is nothing but multiplayer in battle royale style. So, and I'm not saying that the game isn't fun. What I am saying is that the game is not fun for 1,000 hours. The game isn't fun for 100 hours. It's not fun forever, and it's not something like I'm playing Ocarina of Time again for like the 50th time. That game is enjoyable to me. You know, the things that I can do that, like I said, I've done those things a billion times. Why doesn't that translate? If I've played 20 million Call of Duty matches and I'm sick of it, and I've played Ocarina of Time at least 40, 50 times, and I still can't get enough of it, you know, it's not and this is a game that came out 15 years before, 10, 15 years before. I don't even know. It came out so much longer before that it's inexcusable why. And think about this too. I'm right here enjoying the hell out of this, playing the shit out of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, where they had single player special ops, split screen special ops, they had zombies, they had multiplayer. I can't, and let's go back to Black Ops 6 for a second. I can't guarantee there won't be zombies, because people do enjoy zombies. When they took it away for whatever stupid reason that they would do that, like, and that's the thing to me too, it's like, I don't mean to be really negative about gaming in the world the way it is, but to me, when you take away the things that people enjoy and replace it with things that people have to pay for, you're not going to succeed the way that you think you are. You might get a little money at the beginning, but at the end of the day, you're just not going to get money the way you want to, because you're not going for what the people want. You're going for what you want, which is money. The players want an enjoyable game that lasts longer than 12 hours and actually can leave them with some meaning, you know? When I saw the betrayal and some of the different things that went on this game's single player campaign, which I'm actually going to have to run through again because I haven't played it in such a long time, but it is enjoyable to see those things, you know? Oh wow. So right now I'm in the spot where everybody can't get a real good view on me, and I can just chip the crap out of them. See how fast I can shoot with this dragon off here. Ooh, it's nice. But there is a couple good things I will say about the gaming nowadays. That there is the ability, you know, with the computers and different things that are coming out, like the little mini PCs I was telling you about earlier. There's just a lot of things that we can do nowadays where they're really going to have to be done with making lower quality products to appease people, because it's not going to work no more. It's just not working the way they think it is, because we don't pander to it. We have too many options now. We got way too many options to accept anything, you know, when it's not its best, or when it's not even at least quality. We can tell what quality looks like now. We can tell when people have actually cared about their product, and we can tell when they crafted it for the people, or when they crafted it for the money. It's very easy to see now. Let's see. Yeah, once they hit Black Ops 4, that's when the copy and paste started, and they just were, you know what, we're gonna do, we got PUBG, Fortnite on this part, so we're gonna call it Warzone. We've got our old Call of Duty Black Ops matches, or our old Call of Duty Modern Warfare team deathmatch kind of matches, um, like Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, stuff like that. So we'll keep all those things. But now we're just gonna add some cosmetics in there. We're gonna add skins for your guns, um, that you can buy. that you can buy, which is a part of the biggest mistake that they made, was that back in the day you had to prestige. You had to prestige 4 or 5 times. Doesn't even matter. You had to get a certain amount of kills with a gun. You had to get a certain amount of certain type of kills with the gun to get these camos. You had to play the game and level up your character to unlock attachments and things like that. And one thing I like about Ghost of Tabor is that it's that way. Yes, you can pay to have a higher edition of the game, which you can with Call of Duty and all kinds of other different games that gave you special perks. You paid a little bit more, so you get a couple special perks. That's cool. That's not an issue. My issue is if I'm in the game buying something that can make it so that I'm paid to play or pay to win. I don't want to go into Call of Duty and we can all buy a certain edition of the game, but this specific guy bought the bottom barrel edition of the game and then pumped himself up with guns that were overpowered because they wanted you to be told about a gun that was so overpowered that you needed to pay for it. And now you want to buy that gun because you're getting chopped down. So you're getting chopped down unless you have that gun. Then you kind of want it. And now that gun 9.99, 9.99. So now you've got a gun. You've paid $10 more than you've paid for the game. Anytime you want to advance or things for yourself in order to increase your availability of, will increase your abilities, increase your, if nothing else, your time playing on the game, you have to physically pay for it rather than um, unlocking it through skill-based challenges, which I feel like is always the best way. If I'm going to play a game, the objective for me in the game is to win the game. So if I get better at the game and it rewards me for it, then that seems like a great progression method to me. If I'm playing the game and the only way I can actually make it through the game or be good at the game is if I have to pay somebody to give me the tools that I need that I could have earned, but now I can't even earn them. I have to buy them, which isn't, which is not cool, you know. Oh yeah, I got Discord. It's same thing. It's under DJ Lotus X, and I actually have a that's my personal Discord. I have a Discord, um, Lotus X Gaming, that is not incredibly big yet because we do a lot of Ghosts of Tabor, and so not a lot of people play Ghosts of Tabor because it's a VR game. Um, but there's a couple sections on there. There's sections on Zelda. I think I might even create a Modern Warfare 3 section just for this specific game because there are a lot of people who really love it. And I think, and there's a computer section, there's a PS5 section, there's an Xbox section to talk to people throughout that. Like I said, it's not a very active community at this point, unfortunately, John, um, because, well, Jack, because, sorry about that, because I just don't have a huge following yet. But as more people like you share it, like it, subscribe, that kind of fun stuff, and then put out more for the Discord, letting people know that there's good quality content there. Um, that's one of those things. It just is what it is when it comes to Discords popping off. I got into Discord when it was first new, but I didn't start a Discord when it was first new, so I didn't learn a lot of different things about Discord. It took me for the longest time to even understand really what Discord was, other than just a place to talk to people, which in its own right is what it is, but there's more to it, and I didn't see it back then, or I would have gotten a lot more heavily involved in mine. Um, I didn't create my own actual Discord server until about a little bit less than a year ago when I first started. playing TABOR and stuff like that. So it's not very old. I'm not making excuses, but I am just letting you know. That's one thing a lot of people misunderstand. Sometimes when you explain things, you're not always making an excuse. You're just letting them know the reason that things are happening, and the context behind things is important. If you tell somebody that the house is on fire, that's if they now need to know the context of the house being on fire, that uh, it's a bush right next to the house. You know what I mean? And they're like, then that will temper their expectations. This, oh, okay, it's just a bush, so let's just go take care of it. You've you've told them that the house was on fire because there was a bush right next to the house on fire. So you assume that it was going to blow up or flame up or whatever it is. So you go run and tell someone their house is on fire. The context that you needed to give them was that you're on the way walking. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not the house, but something right next to the house is on fire, catching it on fire. You know, cool. You have with things like that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's just the fact that they're giving us a lot less nowadays, and we're having to pay more. That's just all there is to it. When it comes to Black Ops 3 here, you paid $50. You got multiplayer, you got zombies, you got missions, you got split screen, you got survival mode that you can play by yourself or with other people, online, split screen, didn't even matter. You've got so many options in this one game that they just don't give you now. And it's like that's one reason I feel like that you can. This thing's got like a sensor where it doesn't sense quite enough noise. But it's like that's why Call of Duty became copy and paste the way it is, because it literally is a copy and paste game. You don't have to change much about a game like Call of Duty because it's what we like. We like to shoot people. We like to shoot. We like to kill enemies, and save the world. That kind of thing. So if you have a game where you kill enemies and save the world, we're gonna play it sometime. You know. Now what they did though, unfortunately, was they said, so okay, they want to kill people and save the world. We're gonna make it to where they save the world, and then the rest of the time they kill people. But the faster we can get them from saving the world to going around killing people, which is what they enjoy, the faster we'll start making money. Because we can't get them to pay anything for going to save the world. That's the game. That's the part that we have to give them. They already paid for that. So the faster we can get them from the thing that they already paid for to buying more things to continue doing the thing they like. You see where we're at? If there wasn't, there's two things that they like, and in order to do one of them, the best way to do it is to get them to continue paying money so that they can do it better. If you want to be the best, go buy this part. If you want to play better, go buy this thing. If you want the most powerful gun, here it is, go buy it. You know? It's that pay to play, pay to win kind of world that we're in right now that I think warrants people to step back and like, listen, I'm not going to play your game anymore. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to play your game where you give me the smallest bit of actual game that you can give me, and the rest of it is filler content that makes me pay for stuff. Like, that's not a game. Back in the day, every game had to come finished. Every game had to come finished. And for some reason nowadays they say we're going to drive 3/4 of the way there. And at 3/4 of the way, we're going to hand you the wheel. And you can drive us the rest of the way there. We made our game, but there's bugs in it. That's where the 3/4 comes in the way, comes in there. So the rest of the way, we want you to direct us. Tell us exactly what our game is missing. Tell us what our game's doing wrong. Instead of us playtesting it, instead of us doing all these things in hand, we're going to give you a gift. We're going to give you the ability, if you pay, to play this game a little earlier. You deal with the bugs, you deal with the crap. We're going to tell you it's in beta, and we're going to keep working on it for the next 3 years until we've moneyed that game to the death. And it literally isn't new enough anymore to continue trying to charge the way we are. And by that time, we'll have the next game. We'll have the next game out, the next money cash grab, just rolling out dough. And that's where the gaming industry is nowadays. They're just not giving us quality games. They're giving us bull. And the $2 game that we got isn't worth the money. It's just not worth the money. That's all there is to it. You know, there's no other way. Try to win it, get into something fresh, you know. A little 420 friendly over here. Alright, let's chop these fuckers down, man. Now that's one thing too. Where that helicopter landed, there's usually a piece sitting there for a little while. Oh, I meant to get a sentry gun. Shit. All right, well. Get me a. They could see which way I was going. What? Jeez, get the fuck out of the fucking way. Oh, that's fucking crazy, bro. What? With a pistol? That's crazy. Bitch ass motherfucker. That was crazy. Oh shit. Woo! Head blaster on his ass. That's a 360 head blast, as a matter of fact. Oh, shit, bitch. Hold on, bitch. What? Ooh, heady. Damn, I had the sentry gun. I forgot all about it. Could have been done with these motherfuckers. But yeah, so yep. Now that I've got them. Oh yeah. Where do I want to put your ass? I want to put him somewhere where he's not gonna get hurt. Right now, I'm gonna hit you right here, right now, just so I can get a free slot. I was gonna get these Delta guy. I want the riot guy. That's what I want. These fuckers are fucking having no idea what the hell to do. Oh, what? Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Yep, if I knew, that'd have hit him. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, definitely time. I need grenades and shit, but I can't get them right now. I'm just gonna go get some ammo. No, well, that was wave 9, so now it's time for these big ass fucking ships. Oh, now it's time for this fucking juggernaut. Yeah, let me go and get this predator.
Ready for deployment.
Yep, we do good. So I'm gonna go over here. Now these on the ground. That's a done deal right there. And see, it's little stuff like that where you're like, oh wow, I've played this game enough that I know, I'm still not gonna be. Oh, I can buy another sentry gun. Okay, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
Hope that doesn't mean my other one got destroyed.
Multiple contacts inbound.
I'm gonna leave my dragon off there for now because this is just not. I need something that shoots like that I can pick up ammo for at any time. What? Did he eat that? Oh, you a bitch. Yeah, they running scared out here, boys. But yeah, so you see, like, oh, that's what I was saying. So it's like there's more. I know that eventually I'm gonna get to a point where I just don't have enough. I didn't know I was gonna be able to get Centriga. So now I've learned something about this game that I never knew. I thought that I had to have 2 players in order to have 2 sentry guns, and now I'm mad. But I'm also excited because it's like, wow, now I can give myself a new play style that I never had because I didn't know that I could use 2 sentry guns as one person. So now I got 2 sentry guns. I'll go ahead and pull this predator missile out. My guys are up here doing a great job. I'm gonna give them a little overwatch for now so I can see what's going on. And now that I got I had the ability to see what was going on, and everything was good. It worked out. I'm getting hurt up, but that's because the sentry guns aren't great. They're doing their thing. And if that nigga didn't have to reload right then, I would have probably died. Oh, my sentry gun got burned up. Now I gotta make my way over. And once I get to level 30, of course I would go back and get my dragon off. Unless I want to do what I'm doing and start chopping these motherfuckers. Well, like, start just only sniping them like I normally would do. But I actually want to get those riot shield guys instead. But I really want to get this sentry gun back. Now I gotta run my ass all the way back real quick before it's too late. And my sentry gun either gets obliterated or I get obliterated. Sentry gun seems to be doing very well though. God, you motherfucker. Sentry gun's doing pretty well for himself over here. honestly debating whether I want to put one like right here. Dude, stop fucking. But those different new things that I can do now that I didn't know that I could do give me a new play style that I didn't know I could use. Jesus fucking Lord, guy. Oh, you motherfuckers. But, it's one of those things, it's like, now I know, okay, I really want to get two sentry guns real quick. Enemy with a riot shield. Anybody have a riot shield? What are you talking about? But yeah, I am gonna get on Ghost of Tabor here in just a little bit. It's 3 o'clock right now. But I'm gonna get one more. Quick and cut. Just because I feel like I could have done better. But you know how that goes. There's nothing going on, so. And so, okay, as a person who also plays Ghost of Tabor, it's like Call of Duty is a different experience. You know what I'm saying? It's it's not like it's its own realism. It's got the realistic guns, but also the fact that you can get your ass shot off a billion times and probably not die. You know, but that's the computer. When it comes to online multiplayer, it has its own difficulty level, and you're probably gonna die a lot. The same way you would in Ghost of Tabor. If Ghost of Tabor had a Tarkov style uh, single player, that definitely I would never get on Tarkov if I'm ever having to pay $250 for a video game where there's nothing really special in that. It's the most special edition that you can get, as far as I'm understanding. But the fact remains that a video game is only going to give you what you give it. If you play it, it'll give you enjoyment. One of them eventually give you enjoyment. They have a sewing simulator. I'm eventually sure of, and my grandma would probably love it. They have a quilt maker simulator that's got to be out there somewhere. And no, I have not looked for it, but I will say that there's definitely one out there somewhere. If they haven't, somebody will make it. But so, okay, you've got quilt maker simulator now, right? Say, in theory, we got quilt maker simulator. And this quilt maker simulator, you give it to your grandma, she freaking loves it. Now, quilt maker simulator selling like hotcakes because everybody's really enjoying the ASMR style or whatever. Now you got your game going, and say that you started giving people the ability to buy certain fabrics on that game. Say you gave them the ability to buy certain fabrics and certain colored thread. Let's say this is the fourth or fifth one, and all the other ones you gave them the ability to earn those fabrics and those threads. And now that they have to pay for them, your game isn't selling quite as well as you wanted it to. Oh, that's nice. And 59. Now look at that. This is what I'm talking about. So now I've got bam. This is a game. This specific game is in just the same right to the quilt game. Now I've got a whole different play style every time I upgrade something, which gives me more availability. Now say half the things that I could do were locked behind paid content. I couldn't get any of these guns. I couldn't get the sentry gun. I couldn't get the air predator missile without paying for something. But I used to be able to earn it. Don't you think that someone would be highly upset once they found out that they used to be able to earn it because the game that they're playing is the very first one that they've ever played? And now they're disappointed because they want to be able to do that. You know, they want to be able to earn these things that they have to buy right now, but they can't because the game is set up as pay to play, as pay to win now. That was a nice play there. I got up through my own grenade while theirs was going off behind me. I ran away from it. Ooh, damn. And then I killed two people with my grenade. There you are. Now see, look at this. Wave 4 I just completed. Now I already know that I want to get the sentry gun. If I had to pay for this right now, because they like if they remake this game and make it so that you have to pay to unlock some of this shit, there would be so much backlash it would be ridiculous.
Entry gun ready for deployment. Enemy troops incoming.
Get a little one of these. Planted. Oh damn. Motherfucker.
All enemy contacts eliminated. Enemy air support is headed in from all directions. Find cover.
I want to know whether this gets hit or not. Like, see, I probably would not have survived those rounds, but at the end of the day, that's Call of Duty. That's one of the things that makes it its own thing. You know, it's not the most realistic it's ever going to be when it comes to the campaign or single player things or specialized, you know, linear special ops, that kind of things like that. But that is one thing I really enjoy about this game, that it is definitely gives you a lot of options it gives you the freedom to kind of learn how to play it the way you want. And it definitely has a lot of different modes where there's just a lot of things that you can do where they don't include nowadays, and I'm just not understanding why it seems to me that they're just, like I said, I'm not trying to shit on Call of Duty, just the fact that honestly, if I really wanted, I would rather play this game remastered over and over than ever play any of the games that have came out since Black Ops 4. Just because they're just not giving you the content, you know? They're just not giving you the content that they used to. Everything is very pay to win or pay to own or whatever, and I'm just not for it. God, son of a bitch. Now I have no other way to make money. I'm gonna go over there and get there. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go get my other sentry gun. So I just have to stay as hidden as possible the whole time. And then, but I also spent last little bit of money. Oh, there's a claymore, good. I also spent the last little bit of money I had, well, some of the money that I needed to buy the sentry gun, so I have to kill this guy while also having the sentry gun. But he's still way the hell over there. He didn't. I was clean, so he didn't see me. And now I think he caught an eye on me. No, okay. Well, that's a sniper right there, boy. 2 shots of breath. That's a good. Yeah, that one would have hit the pilot right there. Woo! Oh, didn't get that one. Oh man. Damn.
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Suicide
Oh,
bombers.
somebody got hit by a claymore. Now all I need is a couple hundred more dollars. I'll get me some riot shield guys, and hopefully maybe I'll be able to get 2 sets of them. But I don't think I will. But I didn't think I'd get 2 sentry guns either. So who knows? I'm actually gonna hold off on ammo until I do that. I do need a self-revive. Well, let's see how far these guys go. I'm gonna talk to you for a second. So yeah, I'm gonna let my sentry guns do their thing. I'm actually gonna chill here behind one. So as I was saying, now there is a grenade there, but that's okay. The grenade got me. I didn't think it was that close. Damn. But yeah. What time is it? 3:18. This is gonna be my last one, and then I'm gonna hop on Ghost up TABOR. Hopefully, I'll see you there. But yeah, as you can see, like to me, this has not infinite replayability, uh, but I will say that when it comes to like I'm still coming back to this game this long later, and that definitely speaks to what kind of game it is, how much you can do. Even though the graphics are kind of dated, you can see it now. You know, you can, because there's things that you weren't able to really notice back then. You didn't know you were looking for. You know, some people did, but a lot of those people, PC gamers, like really had the advantage when it came to graphics and stuff, because they had the ability to get rid of some of these, um, especially in the Xbox 360 era. They really had the ability to get rid of a lot of these different um, artifacting and anti-aliasing and stuff like that, where we just didn't have it, and we still don't have it on console. If you could, if on console they gave you the ability to change the resolution, they gave you the ability to change the to turn ray tracing on and off at your own leisure, not whether somebody did it for you or not. You know, if they gave you the ability to if they gave you the ability to shit, sorry guys, I got distracted. I had to kill these guys that started coming at me and shit. Turn off anti-aliasing, turn off super sampling, turn it on, different things like that. Like the TV gives me the ability to turn on super resolution. That in itself makes the game, you know, I can turn the sharpness up and down and things like that. That in itself gives me the ability to adjust how the game looks. It has a game. The TV has a game mode, so it will react faster, stuff like that, um, to the signal that is being given. I mean, different things like that that you really just don't get with a console for whatever reason. They just don't give you the ability. bitch ass motherfucker. I saw you rolling over. But they just don't give us the ability to change these different settings, and we probably would be fine if we could, you know. But they just don't give us the ability. They say we've made the game this way, this is how it looks, and you know, whatever. Which is one of those things because to me, I would rather that I had the ability to change these things. And I'm sure a lot of people would.
Be advised, enemy force inbound. Recommend you get dug in. Over. Sentry gun ready for deployment.
Give me some claymores. And I'm about to get me a scorpion here in a second. Woo! That was a blaster right there. My boy, you shouldn't have gotten in the way of that one.
That's all of them. Nice work, team.
See, I'm imagining the sensor's right, like here. Oh, yeah, there it is right there, that little camera guy. Look at the bokeh style blur that they got going on. See, that's one of those things. You can see that now, but it was still incredibly realistic there. You know, it looked like you were seeing something, you were using your vision to look farther ahead. You know, that is,
That's approaching your position.
even though you can see where it's happening, you can see the outline of it now, it was very well implemented in its own right. See, now I just want to slow you bastards down. Alright, I'm gonna go get my other sentry gun. I'll see you later, bro. They're gonna come after me. Woo!
They're done. Good work, gentlemen. Sentry gun ready for deployment.
I think I'm gonna get something else right now.
Team, enemy air support is headed in from all directions. Find cover.
Oh, I can't put my sentry gun out. Okay. Damn. I do need more bullets. Tell you what I'm gonna do. So what? I just can't use it down here or something. Maybe I couldn't use it while I was trying. I don't know. The button was not there a second ago. I want to see what he can do. And honestly, I would love to know if I can get a third one. Shit. Oh wow. So they do shoot my sentry guns. Oh, the sentry gun got him. Wow, okay. I like that. Well, that's a bitch. I was making my way over to get another, see if I can get another one anyway. I was wanting to get a third one, but
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
yeah, I hear them motherfuckers spooling up. Go, go, go. Oh shit. There's the fucking. I got stuck on the bench out there. There we go. Now that's what my next step is. My main man, light machine gun. See, once I have kind of a strategy, when I usually end up doing it, I end up with instead of my pistol here, which I should have went up to a machine pistol by now. I have a light machine gun.
Suicide bombers, keep your distance.
I'm gonna go keep an eye on this one down here, see how he does. If anybody gets close to this one, I'll just pop him. See, when they walk in, I want it to be able to. I want to be able to see what they see. They should be able to.
Keep your distance.
They shouldn't be able to kill anybody very easily over here. Command Sergeant Major First Class. I like to see the way that heat comes off of the gun. Bitch ass motherfuckers, what are you thinking over here? Oh, sorry guys. Now I'm gonna go over here.
You'll be on station in 30 seconds.
And hopefully these niggas, yeah, hopefully they stay up there or we're gonna get our asses shot off. So I've got 2 sentry guns. I've got a riot squad now. I'm doing good.
Scans show attack dogs in your area.
Now the only thing, if I can make it back. Alright, I'm full. So yeah, I cannot get 3. Whoo, those was 4 deadly shots right there, my boys. Alright, one of my riot shield guys is over here. Come on back up, guys. Don't get yourselves killed for something like that. Ooh, sorry, boy. That was a decent little spin move right then. Thank you, sir. And there's our riot guys. Looks like all of them made it. So I'm going to. I need. It's wave 9. I'm going into wave 10. I need to. I need a predator missile, but I don't have enough money. So what I'm gonna have to do. We're just gonna have to rock out with this daggone juggernaut. Come on, boys. We need to get away from the sentry gun.
Troopers are transporting armored divisions to the area. Recommend you switch to heavy weapons.
If he can go for the sentry gun, that'd be perfect. If not, then we'll bring him up to the sentry gun and work around that way. Good. I'm going in. Let's work around to the sentry gun, boys. Don't try to fuck with him too much. Oh, they got him. Okay, well. Oh, one of our boys is gone. Sorry, my boy. Thank you for your service. We hit him a couple times, so. But yeah, the sentry gun will live another day. I tried to get him to swing around to him, but, you know, so the sentry gun kind of eat it up. Most of the bullets, I didn't want any of the guys to die if they didn't have to. But unfortunately, they just kept rolling on him. I'm going to keep it down here and let those guys do their thing up there. Good, good. You all good, boys? Alright, everything good. Look at that. They have shots on their riot shields. At least one, two, three, four that I can count. You know what I'm saying? That is a broken glass riot shield right now. Like, there's scratches on the front of the thing from where it didn't get through the metal, you know, and you can see that it's on the front. This is a break. This is metal scratch. Like, it's just a really good uh, difference that they put on this game specifically that I think was kind of tells the tale of how the game industry was and what their thoughts were back in the day. Damn, I think I got chopped down by my own damn century list then. But how they were thinking that back then and how they do now. What? I shot him in the fucking leg just now. Sentry got him. Let's go and check on you, my boy. Oh, they're all upstairs. Ooh, fucking riot shield guy went after his ass. Oh, we got one guy left. Normally I would just kill him, you know. But in the spirit, I don't really want anybody to die that didn't have to. So these guys have actually done really well. So until I need to, I'm not gonna try to get anybody else. I got $8,000. I got plenty. I will grab this guy. Oh damn! I could have just got my light machine gun, but that's okay. I got a big ass missile instead. Oh okay. Well, the fuck? My my ride show guy is gone. Damn, bro, you got here fast, didn't you? Looks good right there. Oh, shit. Okay, well. So we fucked up. But we're gonna make it work. Because they did set all the motherfuckers away from us, so that's gonna be great. Woo, boy. Oh, yeah. Got that devil predator on him. Jesus, fuck. I didn't have no kind of choice right then. So now we're level wave 15. I done switched up my whole game. We're making a lot of different things happen out here now. I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna get us a little Delta squad. Uh, nah, we're gonna save up for the riot squad because those guys just make it happen. We got you that sees this way. We got him seeing right all the way through over here. Stuff is gonna happen. Now it's these fuckers that are not playing around, bro. Now at this point, before it lasts, I still got to self-revive and everything. We're doing good right now. Shot him in the arm. He is mad about that. Triple. So we got the Delta squad. I'm about to go throw a throw something on top of this machine gun. It'll be a holographic sight for now. At first. I'm level 26, so I've almost got the ACOG. Alright, get your asses up here. I'm just trying to do all that today. Come on. See, now it's a force. They're like incendiary rounds or something. Then I'll be getting away with 50 out here. See, all I gotta do is slow these guys down now. It's these freaking juggernauts gonna be coming away 25 and all this shit. That's where they're gonna get me. This nigga running away. Sorry, boy. Y'all gonna have to watch out because y'all can get your asses gunned down by a sentry. Not even mean to. But for wave 17, I'm pretty set up. We're doing good. Let me call a predator missile here. Oh, wow. Matter of fact, y'all boys stay up here, take care of this. Y'all seem to be having your hands full. $3,302. That's good. Oh shit, man. I don't have a damn can't get a sentry gun right now. But I need that thing right now. Like I cannot mess around. I can get a sentry gun anytime. I mean a predator missile anytime. I need to get these boys back up here.
Beware, Tangos reported to have C4s strapped to their chests.
Alright, let's get back, boys. Come on. There we go. Command Sergeant Major, second class. Let's get them out, boys. Let's get them. We're back. Oh, what? Thank you, sir.
That's all of them. Nice work, team.
Alright, boys and girls. What? Oh my god. I didn't mean to say I was ready that quick.
Thermal scans show
But,
attack
well,
dogs
what
in
can you
your
do?
area.
Where's she? Dogs going down out here. Oh shit, I need some ammo. What you doing out here? This is wave 20, so Juggernaut's coming out this bitch. Oh my god, I did it again.
Heavily armored ground forces are being deployed by the enemy.
Alright, we got 3 Juggernauts now. Juggernauts. I'm gonna kill this first guy. And I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna hopefully get more predator missiles. Alright, there's one. See which one of you niggas is coming first. Got him. Oh, he trying hard out here. Oh, man, I really wanted to not kill our guy too. Shit. Did I not kill one of our guys? I don't know. Because there's one, there's a juggernaut. Oh, yeah, this one right here. Should have let him do his thing. He had it. Yeah, I don't know about y'all. There's just something I definitely like about this game and the way games used to be made. Because they kind of had to always be a finished product. There was really no, we're going to give somebody half a game and update it while the game's being played. Or give it to them early in beta and all this stuff. While we got bugs and this and that and the other. I'm just not for that. I do a lot of beta stuff, but I don't want to pay to do beta stuff. You know? That's not cool. No! What the fuck? Ah, damn. Motherfuckers, man. I don't think it was a riot shield guy as far as I know. But yeah, that was definitely the last one for me. But I like it though. Like this is, and that's not even the special ops things. That's just me doing waves. You know, of course, here and back and yonder. But I mean, I got a lot of upgrades. Oh, the KSG 12, that freaking auto shotgun. Like that joint is crazy. But that AA-12 is where it's definitely at. Y'all can't hear, but there's a little music going on in the background because of the, from the game itself. But so I've unlocked all the different missions. That was just one. That was underground. If y'all haven't seen it, which most people have, of course. But like that's just one of the different ones that we have. They all do kind of that same thing, but each of these tiers um, gets harder and harder. You know what I'm saying? Like Bakara, they start with bomb squads. Well, they end up with bomb squads, chemical warfare, claymore experts, choppers, and armored juggernauts. Armored juggernauts. So we had juggernauts, just regular guys, being dropped every once in a while, just regular juggernauts. And eventually, as the maps go on and you unlock more, that's uh, 16 different maps, and the hardest one's got a double version of your hardest enemy so far. So it's like the types of progression that you had just in this right here for survival, and then you can go, okay, I'll go solo play, and I'll go to missions. On this content, same thing. As you unlock more missions, they get harder and harder, rather than it being static. It's like if they gave us all of these and none of them were harder than one or the other, but if they gave them to us all at the same time, it wouldn't have really been quite the same as if they did what they did, where you actually had to unlock these by progressing through the game, um, and quite difficultly, I might add. What time is it? Because I do want to. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna hop over to Ghost of Tabor, but I definitely appreciate you guys stopping, and just kind of chit chatting with me, watching me play an older game that I enjoy playing. Because it definitely is something that I like to do. This game specifically is like part of my childhood. I was probably, you know, 16 to 19 at that point when this game came out, so it wasn't like it's not really. I mean, the nostalgia is there in some ways, but other than the main fact is it's just a really good game with a lot packed into it, and it's really well made. And this is the Call of Duty that I remember, and this is, I feel like, the way Call of Duty should be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. Just Call of Duty in its own right needed to be more, and still needs to be more than Fortnite, PUBG, or what's the other one? Apex Legends kind of style. Like I said, Battle Royale is one thing. I'm glad that Warzone is there. To me, the games that I played have a extra kind of tiny short campaign, Warzone, and multiplayer. That's what the game consists of nowadays. They might throw a zombies thing in there or whatever, but at the end of the day, zombies will only hold so far because they don't even do it the way they used to. They, um, I don't know. To me, one thing that they've gotten away from, and I don't understand why, they got rid of split screen in a lot of different ways in a lot of different games. And one reason I definitely can see why is because the fact that, of course, they make these games to where they're pushing the boundaries of the hardware and blah blah blah, but that makes it so that you can only barely run the game with one person. The online servers are most of the time crap, and it's just not an overall great playing experience. Whereas if they would, okay, think about this. When you have any PC game, they always tell you check your specs. Make sure your computer has this, 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 and this. And PlayStations, Xboxes, and Nintendos have always said, okay, I tell you what, we're going to check those specs for you. We'll give you a box, a thing that has all those boxes checked. You know, if you have this, you can run this. But instead of doing that, we're going to actually give you a library of games that we create specifically for this console. And other people create specifically for this console. Why? Because we know the specs of that console. Nowadays, most things can run anything, so it's not a huge deal, but at the end of the day, back then they knew the specs of their own consoles, so they got people to make games for their console. And if that third party company wanted to make their game, wanted to buy an Xbox or get a developer kit for an Xbox or Nintendo and make their game available to other people, that's one of those things. But for right now, the game is being shaped on PlayStation, it's being shaped on Xbox or whatever. If you want to go to PlayStation or Nintendo, or if you're making it for Nintendo, if you want to go to Xbox or PlayStation, you need to, one, either there ends up being a contract signed in the beginning of the whole thing says you just can't do that for however long, maybe 10 years or something like that. You can't play this game anywhere but PlayStation or Xbox, which is great. That makes it so that you have to buy that console and then you get the game that you want, the whole thing. Okay, so now I've got the console, I've got my game. Now you're telling me I have to pay more to get skins and all this kind of crap, and the game runs terrible because they made it to where the system could barely run it. My brother and sister, they can't play anymore. Nobody that I have come over can play anymore because the game doesn't support split screen. Okay, well, if they can play on the same system, whatever, they can't play split screen. It doesn't matter if they can play online together. They have to have a different screen every time. So the fact that they have to have a different screen is what the difference is. Yes, you're online. Yes, it's online multiplayer, whatever, and you're playing Call of Duty, and there's 50 other people. What I'm saying is that if I can split screen in this game on Xbox 360 in an online match, if me and a person that I'm playing with at the same time split screen can be in the match with all these other people and no issues. Even Black Ops 3 made it so you could play the campaign together. You could play the campaign. There's not very many games that let you play the campaign together. So to even have that is crazy. Like, it ran janky so here and there, but it wasn't bad in any way. It was little small freezes and different hiccups throughout cutscenes. It wasn't the game itself. It was like, so the cutscenes were like two different people standing in the same spot as the person that you and your other player were respectively. And then when you got back into the gameplay, you and them were separate people, and you had an extra, it's like you had an extra member of your team if you hadn't, uh, they didn't replace a person that was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like Woods. They added on to your team. Now, if they had replaced the person, that would have been different because then you would have been playing as one of the NPCs, and when you went to screen, then they would have just playing as one of the NPCs, and it wouldn't have added any more people. But so just having more players added an extra person to your squad in the campaign. You know what I mean? That in itself was a game changer because it totally could differentiate your play style. You know, instead of now having three people on your team, you have four. You can hit four different angles. More enemies come, and you can kill them all faster. I'm just saying, those are the kind of forward-thinking missions and abilities that we had back then. But yeah, my girl is gonna be home a little later today, so I'm gonna go play some Ghost of Tabor. I'll be live streaming that here in a few minutes, and then hopefully you'll join me. But yeah, so normally if you guys watch my channel a lot, you know that she would probably get here around 5:30 today, but I'm off, so I don't have to go to work. She's gonna be doing some stuff afterward. She's actually still gonna be at work, just doing something today that she could do tomorrow. But she wants to not have to go to work tomorrow, and I don't blame her. So she's gonna stay a couple extra hours today to uh, to get that taken care of, which is great. You know, she won't have to work tomorrow. I do have to work tomorrow, but but that means that I'll be able to probably be streaming Ghost of Tabor for the next couple hours, probably to about 6 or 7, hopefully, maybe even longer. So who knows? But yeah, until then, you guys have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you on the next one. Cause yeah. Oh, before I do go, I'm gonna actually, like I said, we've got gamer life going on. Um, Warren's gonna Warren is playing Ocarina of Time right now. So once we get him, once he gets done with it, or however he wants to end up doing it, because he is having a couple issues. So we'll discuss all that when we do the show. I'm probably gonna do a show by myself a couple times first, just to kind of get my bearings, get all the cameras set up. One camera will probably look something like this. Um, there will be another camera, like right here, pointing towards Warren, depending on whether he needs to use this monitor or not. That's one of the reasons I was telling you earlier that I wanted to get the computer with the Xbox One S. Because I mean the monitor with the Xbox One S. I think it was a TV actually. Maybe it was a monitor, maybe it was a TV. But either way, it was a Hisense, so I'm pretty sure actually it was probably a TV. But but either way, so that would give that space a new monitor. That Dell there is old as crap. It's actually a touchscreen computer, and I have it up and down because it. My girl is a district manager, so she has a lot of sales stuff going on. Well, she has a lot of things going on her computer where that's why I set that up for her where um, she's checking sales and doing schedules and stuff like that. So I turned it up and down to where it would just be more, kind of more like a tablet style. It is touchscreen, so everything is easy to work with that way. And she can check her schedule, make her schedules, make her check on sales, do whatever she's got to do. And it just makes it a little easier than being widescreen. It makes it easier to work with over there in itself. Now, of course, the Hisense, I don't imagine that I'm going to be able to turn it sideways, and I really wouldn't want to anyway, because when Warren's here, he's probably doing some sort of gaming on it, which I may actually put a camera on him like here so you can see what he's doing on his screen. And then, by the way, I hope you guys are hearing me pretty well. I actually want to check on that. Venomous, you know I do. Do I see those messages? Oh yeah, I do not see any of these messages. Venomous, you know I do. Do I see those messages? Oh yeah, I do not see any of these messages. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I do not see Okay. Well, so guys, but yeah, what's up, Shane? What's up, Vince? Okay. So guys, but yeah, what's up, Shane? What's up, Vince? Dang, whose service is bad? Is it my phone or what the fuck is? Let me take the date. Turn my data off. Quality is at 720. Hold on. Quality is at 720. That's crazy right now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use a better camera next time. I'm gonna probably use this phone because that's just ridiculous. If y'all haven't even been able to really see what I've been doing, then it isn't great. But I'm pretty sure you've been able to see decently, well, acceptably, what's been going on the screen. But yeah, so what I was saying was that um, so I wanted to get an Xbox One S. It would make I would hopefully be able to play Xbox 360 games still. So that would make it so where this makes just looks just a little crispier, a little nicer, and I would get that monitor, TV, whatever it ends up being there. And what I'm gonna do, um, I want to get my girl. That's what I was saying earlier. I want to get her a mini PC. I want to get her a laptop as well she can use, but I definitely want to get her a mini PC that she can use right here. Um, I want to test it out myself, but I also want to have it set up for her so that she can get everything going, um, and it just looks a little better. Matter of fact, let me do one thing real quick because it doesn't look quite as good as I thought it would over there. But yeah, essentially, once I get that, that would give her a nice monitor, for her or TV or whatever for her computer. I would definitely get one that would be able to game a little bit so she could play some good stuff. And yeah, but that's how the story's going right now. Base life is definitely coming back. I'm working very hard on that. I'm trying to get my next set of songs going. I'm gonna get one. I'll probably do a Halloween show to come back with officially. Um, and I've got plenty of time. I'm getting that working out. So I feel like that I'm going to make the executive decision right now to go ahead and do that. Um, so yeah, Halloween, I'm definitely, it may not be on Halloween, maybe the day before, because I'm trying to get a Halloween party of some sort together. Which, uh, trying to get a Halloween party of some sort together, so I probably won't be able to do it on Halloween. But you never know. We'll get. But at the end of the day, I've got a lot of plans on how things are going to end up. Base life coming, gamer life is definitely coming. About games and like I said, it's pretty much like a podcast essentially, where Warren and I will be talking about gaming in the state of it. We'll be talking about the games that we're playing, different peripherals we're using and stuff because I'm gonna be getting into emulating really good as well soon. So I'm really thinking about one of these retro gaming emulator handhelds kind of deal. Like right now, I've got a Portal. I've got a PS Portal. I've got a Switch. I've got I've got Switch OLED. That's my girl's though because we got her the Tears of the Kingdom OLED, and I've got a Nintendo DS still, a 3DS. Well, it's a 2DS. Um, I've got, I use controllers for my phone and all kinds of different stuff. I could probably emulate anything I really wanted on my Galaxy S23 Ultra, so it's not a big deal. The the thing to me with handheld emulation is I kind of like the way that it's going, and I like the fact that it is a portable way to play games like this. Games that are a little older and games that I want to play in a better way because I can't remaster them or anything like that. But I don't have the ability on some of the different PCs. Like I have um, a gaming laptop, but I can't. I don't have a trillion tons of of storage on that. I don't have. I have another laptop here that's nowhere near good enough for gaming in any right. Like I mean, hard. Like the native, a native game on this computer that you could probably say would run decently might be Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Maybe, maybe. And we're talking if the game, we're talking buying the Grand Theft Auto for the PC and slapping the disc in, which I don't even know if I have a disc drive on. I think I have a disc drive on there. But I do have an external disc drive somewhere around here. Um, It was itching there. But it still may not run very well. I've got tablets out the ass. I've got billion phones of different sorts. They're usually, most of them are Samsung, cheaper Samsung phones from when I needed them. And then I've got things like my Galaxy S23 Ultra. I've got Note 20, the regular base version. So there's so many different things that I've got going on that I have the ability that now I want to experiment with. Because I have a little bit more ability than I used to have. Like, not financially, but we all do, honestly. We have the abilities to do a lot of different upgrades for ourselves that really aren't cheap, because really aren't expensive, because um, things move so fast nowadays. Things move 1,000 miles an hour nowadays, so it's like I can buy something off Facebook Marketplace, and that's an upgrade for me. You know what I'm saying? That when I use these different upgrades and things like that, it makes it so that it's a slight upgrade that you can give yourself, where you're not going to break the bank, but you're also going to get a better piece of equipment than you have now. Which is why, like I said, $200, getting Xbox controllers, some games, and getting a TV will definitely help me out for the rest of my studio. The finished wallpapering over here, but the rest of the whole studio is all wallpapered up, just like this part here is. And so once I get that finished up, get get that Xbox One S with the screen. If it doesn't end up working out, yeah. But hey, Keegan, what's up, buddy? I'm about to hop on Ghost here in a little bit, and we'll see what goes on. But so yeah, I've got Once I get that done, I'll have another system. I think I'm actually gonna try to maybe get an Xbox One X, well, either an Xbox One X or an Xbox Series X. I really don't want an S series console at all because they don't come with disk drives, and I really just do not like consoles that don't come with disk drives because not to me. It's just not the way I want the industry to go. I really feel like that physical media is important to our culture in the way that it gives us the ability to physically keep something, which isn't something that we have nowadays. There's so many times where, like, and we're not just talking about the Disney thing with Sony, we're talking about any of these times where a company was able to or take down servers for games where it made them unplayable. You know, like think about like when Autolog was first introduced, and I think that was one of the very first truly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments there. I really think that was one of the very first truly always online games, and I didn't think it was great when Autolog came out with Need for Speed. Um, I think it might even been Undercover or Pro Street. But essentially, the Autolog was that it's like an autosave for the internet. It's like cloud saving, essentially, for the internet. When Autolog came out, it was essentially going to, when you posted a time on a track in Need for Speed, it would auto log that time and put it on a leaderboard and compare it with, and rank you, everybody that did that one. And you could see that ranking and that listing at all time of what the fastest speed was. Now, they tried to make it, unfortunately, though, to where it's like something about Forza. That's the way Forza is now. That's the way a lot of Need for Speed games are now. That you are in a world that is always online. So there's cars racing by you and stuff like that. And I think they did it a little differently back then, though. The auto log was just logging your score. It was still a single player game, and I think you also could go into a multiplayer version of it, some kind of thing like that. But at the end of the day, the idea was that the score was logged. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the single player game, and you were pretty much scored against each other in the single player game rather than actually going up against each other. That's why the multiplayer part was separate, so that you could only go up against each other in multiplayer, or in single player your scores could be logged throughout the single player campaign, the story mode. And then when you went throughout all the courses, you could see how well you had done based against everybody else. It was kind of almost like it's getting as close to playing the single player campaign together as you could, which I really enjoyed that part. Being online all the time at that point wasn't, to me, it didn't feel bad. I was like, okay, I don't like having to be online all the time, but one, I still don't have to be online all the time because the game will still run, the game still works. It just doesn't log my scores up against everybody else, and it will whenever I get internet again. But right now, it won't log my scores, but I can still play the whole game. I just can't get online. To where a lot of these games are now, you are always in an online world, and it feels dead if you're not, because the one thing about a single player campaign is the fact that it's built around one person playing it. Each person gets their own enjoyment out of it, you know. And I like being able to play a single player campaign together. That's great. A a dual player campaign, something like that, or with two people, you know. maybe not always do it for four, because rendering four different screens doing different things is very taxing on a computer of any sort. You know, of any sort. But like Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, being able to play the campaign together was mind blowing. And back when Autolog was there, logging all your scores together, keeping them together, that was really good. You know, you could be online and it would log your scores. You could be offline, you could still play. There was no issues. You know, the requirement of being online at all times, which I think first came out with maybe like Destiny or something like that, or there was some other game that I remember it was. I forget. But you had to be online at all times, and that rubbed everybody the wrong way, because you really just, to me, I didn't want to be online to play a game. I bought the game. I want to be able to play it. Now think about this. It's like the same thing with the Portal. Everybody's like, oh, I didn't. $200 is so expensive. Honestly, $200 is nowhere near that expensive at all. A lot of these emulation handhelds that are doing, um, that aren't really even emulating very well, and they're emulating up to Game Boy Advance, some GameCube, some PS2, and stuff like that. If an emulator for over $300 cannot fluently run at least PS2, GameCube, and first version Xbox games and downward, it's not worth it to me. You know, because at that point I could get an older gaming computer and do all that emulation probably very well. You know, that computer might not even have a RTX or any of that stuff. So, and we're talking about, say, 2015 gaming computer will be able to do all of those kinds of things. It won't be handheld, but you will have probably gotten it for about 150, 200 bucks. You know, that's one of those things. And with the Portal, I knew what I was getting into. Like I said, I didn't even buy mine. I actually won it, crazily enough. But I'm still gonna buy another one, and hopefully I'll be able to get, because I'm gonna get it for my girl. Hopefully I'll be able to get the 30th anniversary edition. Um, and like I said, even then, I felt like that thing was gonna be 350, just because it was that, and they put it like 210. I'm very surprised, especially with the PS5 Pro being as stupidly expensive as it is. I don't even want to get into that one. But I was very surprised. I'm definitely going to try to pick up a 30th anniversary Portal. Um, but it's a handheld, so it is one of those things. But and everybody was kind of upset about the state of it when it first came out, not being able to stream as well as it could. But now, of course, there was a lot of connectivity issues. People weren't connecting things right. And actually, I may go ahead and do that here in a little while. I've got to drill a hole in my floor and go up under the house and wire the go through the Ethernet cord and stuff like that, um, and do that thing. So that my portal will perform just a little bit better, because I'm going to hook my PS5 in direct to internet. Like having a little background. I can see that. Okay, it's been 30 minutes since I started this thing, but but yeah, it's one of those things. Everybody got their connections right, and some of the connection issues from the Sony end are getting kinked out. So yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, you have to understand what, for $200, which is definitely not in this day and age, is not a lot of money, honestly. Um, when you're talking about a PS5 Pro for $700, no, the Portal is nothing that much. And of course, it is an add-on, so it's one of those things. It can only do one thing. It does it fairly well when it's doing, when you have good internet and stuff like that. And that's what it's made for. It only made it to do that one thing. It's $200, you know. But it's playing your PS5. Now, yes, you can do remote play. Yes, you can slap a backbone on your phone. The backbone is $100. So that's okay. Think about this. We did $0. You get touchscreens on your phone. Half of the PlayStation Portal, you get 90%. You get 60% of the Portal experience um, for $100. You get the PlayStation backbone, or $200. You go the full Monty, and you get a dual sense controller with a screen on it. That does everything that a DualSense controller does, because unless you have felt what a DualSense controller is like because it is very different, you really don't have the ability to say, I don't think it would be worth it, because when you do know how a DualSense controller feels different than a regular controller, then you will say, okay, for this much money, this little bit of money, it's worth buying a portable version, the most usable portable version of my PS5. I had a backbone, you know, it was great, or not me personally, because I've never bought one, but I use my controllers with my phone, and it is not always an epic experience, because you have to find something to prop your phone up on, this and that and the other. Whereas if I had just had my screen in the middle of it, that would have been awesome. Okay, blam, $100 you can get a backbone. Now you've got a gaming handheld in that way. As close as you can, small form factor. You really don't. That you can pretty much fit in your pocket. Um, it's the only thing that's going to go in your pocket, but it will be there. Then you take the next step and you're like, okay, instead of a simulated experience, I want as close to the real thing as I can get. I want my PS5 in my hands. And that's where the Portal comes from. Now, yes, we all wanted a PS Vita 2 or the PSP 2, whatever they were going to call it. Um, I vote for calling it the PlayStation. Honestly, I think the Portal, that's the worst part. That's the worst part, unfortunately, about the Portal, is only the name scheme. The fact that the Portal should have been the next PSP. It would have been the PSP 2. You know, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, smash them both together, and in 2023, you get the PlayStation Vita. I mean, the PlayStation Portal. You know, a portal between you and your PlayStation where you can use your PlayStation anywhere you want. That was the gimmick. That was the selling point, and you can use your PlayStation Portal anywhere you want. The problem lies with the fact that you are constricted in that way by a couple different things. But it's the price point that is the difference. They're not selling you a whole console. The base bottom console that you can get nowadays that's made to run modern hardware games is a Nintendo Switch, which is around $300, an Xbox Series X or S, which are around between $300 and $400, and a PlayStation 5, which is $450 to $500. Um, so that's where the price range is at. cut that in half, or almost in half in case of the Switch, and you get the handheld version of your game, a portal to your game, the closest you can get without actually being there. We're not giving you a console. We're giving you a way to play your game on the go wherever, how the best way that it can be played. $200, half of the price of a console. Even as a PS4, it's half of the price of a console. You know, like I said, the Switch is the only thing that it's not half of the price of. So they're not trying to sell you a whole different console. They're just trying to link you to your console to where you can use it more often when you want to, when you have time. Um, but unfortunately, that is where the portal missed it, because, and that's one thing that needs to go into the portal too, is the fact that there needs to be functionality outside of the internet. You need to be able to uh, like think of a switch for the like the Sony Switch, almost like the PS Vita. What they had before, they had a system where they had games for it. They had a system where they had you could use the internet, you could use a browser. You know, yes, you had to be on the internet to use browsers and things like that, but that's why it came with its own games. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was its own system. It had its own operating system. You could load it up with games, you could stick a game in it physically, but given for inflation that PS Vita or PSP and nowadays, I bought mine for $200. See where we're at? That same PSP right now would be $400, half the price of the console. Of this age, we were talking about the PS5 Pro era and that kind of thing. Because in this age, that's where it's going to go. I have no doubt that before 2025, we will see a PS6, and it will be, you know, we'll have eyes on it, leaks on it, or some shit, and they're going to be, or maybe even before the end of 2026, and they're going to be talking about it's $800. $800, I guarantee it, because there's just this incessant need to get more and more and more money. They're trying to recoup for chip shortage. They're trying to do this and that and the other, whatever. No, the chip shortage is over. Shit's been done, and I'm sure that there were supply chain issues, and there have been and it took maybe a year or two to get them all worked out. But it's 2024 now. The kinks are worked out. It's almost the end of 2024. The kinks are done. You know, you're making small amounts of special edition consoles, and I have no problem with making small amounts. But making, like, I did the math, and I put it up, it was like, it's less than 0.025% of the population that would get their hands on one of these consoles. And that's what makes them so expensive on eBay and stuff. If you were happen to maybe be lucky enough to get past the waiting lists and past the queues and all this stuff to get you your hands on the 30th anniversary PlayStation 5, you now don't even want to play it. You don't want to take it out of the box because you can name your price on it. Why would you? Why would I? Why would I want to buy a PS5 Pro 30th anniversary edition and actually take that son of a bitch out of the box and play a game on it when I could turn around on eBay and make 5, 10, who knows what $1,000? Pretty much any price I put up there. Any price. It won't matter. Yeah, I guarantee before the end of the day we will see $100,000 PS5 Pro 30th anniversary console. And it will get sold. That's the worst part. No, I'm not buying it. You know, even if I had disposable income, I'm just not that guy. You know, I love being on the bleeding edge of technology myself, and I'll pay for something that's real. But this is a $700 console or $1,000 bundle that honestly I feel should have came with the portal, but that's just me. And but I will say they did give you a lot for what they gave you. Um, they definitely did give you a lot. Most of it was cosmetic, literally. You know, the paperclip was embarrassing. Honestly, I would not even. Uh, I would have hated to be the guy sitting there folding those paper clips. We know there's not a guy anymore. It's a robot, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there was a robot that they invented to literally make paper clips into the shape of the PS logo. And you're charging me for that. You're charging me for that. You know what I'm saying? You're charging me for you putting little X's and triangles all over the side of the console and all over the side of the portal and all this and that and the other. And I'm just not having it, you know? And so at the end of the day, once a gamer that actually wants one of these things finally gets their hands on it, all they're going to do is go over to eBay and see how many zeros they can put on the end of that thing and see what it goes for. You know, that's what at the end of the day, that's what I would do. If I had got my hands on one, hell yeah. Why? What would be the point? I've got a PS5. And if I had enough money to get a PS5 Pro 30th anniversary, I would have probably been pre-ordering a PS5 Pro itself too, because I want at least two more. Just because I want one here in the studio, and I want one that I can hook up there with my girls so that we can play together in bed. You know, I have two here, but say if I'd get another monitor or another TV or something like that, and mount it up on the wall, and then we could play together that way. You know, have a LAN party, whatever. So I've got, um, what is it? But why would I use that one? What would encourage me to use the one that I paid $1,000 for when I could leave it in the box just the way it is, put it in a different box, and send it out to Joe Blow in freaking Kentucky somewhere with $50,000 in his pocket below, $100,000. Like at the end of the day, it's not going to matter how many zeros that you put on that thing. Yeah, they're going to stop being able to sell them on eBay eventually because not necessarily stop being able to sell them, but people are going to run out. You know, if you've just paid $4,000 for your console, why would you go out and sell it for 5,000? But that's that's going to be one of the toss-ups with the system because when is it ever really going to end when every time that you buy one of these systems, you can always go to eBay and sell it for more. It's going to be just a money train for each person. Like each person's going to get. I'll sell it. I paid $4,000 for mine. I'll put it online for 6,000 and recoup my losses. Make a little $2,000. I'm good. Blend. They ship it off. That person says, "Damn, I just paid $6,000 for this thing. I'll pay I'm going to ship it out for $8,000 on eBay." Okay, it's and the cycle continues forever, literally, until the thing has zero value. But it won't ever have zero value because um, it will eventually become a collector's item. And then the less and less and less that they have in circulation, the more and more and more expensive it'll become. It's not something that's going to go down in value that way. And when it is, it's something that you're going to have to hit on the crooks in 2035, right before it becomes a collector's item. 11 years from now, before they do the 45th anniversary. But yeah, and of course, when they do the 40th anniversary, you would think that console sales would go down, but they're probably going to spike for that console. Because everybody's going to think, oh shit, now they got the 40th anniversary coming out. I might be able to get my hands on a 30th anniversary. The collectors will still be out there looking for it. And when they go to eBay, they're going to see it for about $12,000. They're going to say, what the hell? This thing should have definitely went down in price by now. No. Because now you're going to have a collector's edition coming out and everybody's going to want all the pieces. And then, of course, everybody's going to also think that the 30th anniversary is forgotten about because the 40th is coming out. It's a vicious cycle that is never really truly going to end. Oh, you say I forgot something, huh, eBay? What did I forget to do? Buy something? Get out of here. Oh, look, guys, new GTA 6 footage just came out. Okay. They say this is GTA 6 here. Now you can see what they're going for. It looks like the mud pit that the girl was running around in. Now you can see. I mean, it does looks pretty convincing. I'm gonna have to compare the trucks and stuff like that to see if it is. But it looks pretty convincing, y'all. This one looks pretty convincing. They had their hands running up. They had a gun in their hand. And let me see. We'll read some of the comments here because I guarantee it'll be, oh, that's from this game. Somebody says the dad works for Rockstar, and that's definitely it. It says Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6. If you would cut the Far Cry 6 car, yep. Yeah, it looks like it's Far Cry 6, of course. Which definitely I'm going to be getting very soon. So yeah, another GTA leak debunked. What can you do? But yeah, I hope you guys join me for some Ghosts of Tabor. That's what I'm about to do here in a second, and get myself ready. But yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed my ramblings. We will see y'all on the next one. Like I said, this is pretty much what gamer life's gonna look like. I'm gonna have, it's gonna be me and Warren. The computer setups will be a little different probably, just because I'll have, like the quality as well, because I'll have better cameras sitting around. This is probably gonna be one. I usually do the camera from that computer, but I probably won't. I'll probably use this phone as the camera, so it'll be a little bit better quality in that way, definitely. Warren will be here sometime, most of the time. He probably may not be here for the first couple, but he will be here most of the time after that. We're gonna just talk about different games, and things like that. Talk about what we're playing. Talk about what the state of the games are right now, what we like and what we don't like about different games, and anything in between. Warren likes a lot of anime, so he's gonna be our resident anime guy probably. I love anime as well, but I'm not. I don't know a lot of the lore the way he does, so that's why I'm gonna be relying on him to take care of most of that. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day. I will see you on the next one, and make sure you catch that Ghost of TABOR stream starting here in just about, I'll say about 10-15 minutes. I'll be ready. Yeah, y'all have a good one, guys. Forgot which phone I was streaming from there.